everybody's thinking this one thing. What's up with this data point? Why have Jacksonville home prices decline?
This is actually the first time and the only time in the last 40 years outside of the Great Recession where we've had a price decline year over year in Jacksonville. So a very rare and historic moment. Home prices just don't go down randomly. There has to be a formula for things to happen that would lead to a very different result when it comes to pricing than what the norm is. And for us here in Jacksonville, it's a combination of 3 years and two main factors that have come together to finally cause these price declines. The two main factors are your higher interest rates and your increasing inventory levels. However, what may be interesting and surprising to you is the historical significance of how high and fast interest rates and inventory rose, and then how long they've persisted that way. The overall pressure of those two primary factors is what has been necessary to see a temporary price decline. On the slide here, that's what you're seeing. Your average interest rate in 2021 was 3%. By 2023, the average mortgage interest rate was almost 7%. And of course, they've remained elevated since. So the average mortgage interest rate from 2023 to 2025, basically the same. But when that happened 40 years ago, if you fast forward to 10 months into the future, interest rates had come down to a more manageable level. Today's interest rate environment has lasted 4 times as long and still counting. So similar kind of historic movements on the inventory side. Inventory levels almost doubled from 2022 to 2024. But again, home prices continued to go up. And then of course, home prices have declined in 2025. But you're looking at historically high inventory level rises. Interesting, I went back to all the data that JWB has, and we have data going all the way back to 2006. We have never seen a time where inventory levels have doubled in the span of 2 years. So now I don't have data back before the big run up to the crash of 2006. But all I can tell you is that we haven't seen inventory levels rise this much, this fast, and then remain elevated for this long in at least 20 years in here in Jacksonville. So you've got historic rises on interest rates and historic rises on inventory that have lasted for 3+ years. And that's really why we are where we are with pricing.